Hey team, this FitMoney flipped lesson is called Bank on It, and it's all about how banks work. We're also going to touch upon the concept of interest, which is really important when it comes to your personal finance. There are a couple of handouts on the FitMoney website that'll be useful as you go through this lesson. The first is a script for a little skit we're going to do for you if you'd like to follow along. The second is titled How Banks Work, which has some questions for you. The third and fourth are titled Interest and the Interest Rates Line Plot, both of which you can complete and have answer keys on fitmoney.org. Let's get started. First, take a minute to pause the video and think about two questions. Where do people keep their money and why do they keep it there? Safety, convenience, all of these play into the factors. Take a moment, pause the video, and when you have a few answers to these questions, bring it on back. What we're going to do today is do a little voice play for you. We're going to play the roles of banker and a savings customer, and then we'll switch roles and do borrower and FDIC rep. You should have a handout in front of you that is titled How Banks Worked, the script. You can use that, and then we'll answer questions on How Banks Work, the worksheet. Here we go. I'm going to be playing the part of a banker. The other voice you hear will be our savings customer. Here we're going to start scene one. Good morning and welcome to Blank Bank. How can I help you?
Good morning. I would like to open an account, please.
Of course. How much would you like to deposit?
Deposit?
Yes, your deposit is money that you put into the bank.
Right. In that case, I would like to deposit $100.
Thank you. As a reward for saving $100 in our bank, we will add $1 a year to your account.
I like the sound of earning more money, but how do I know my money will be safe?
Excuse me, I'd like to interrupt for a moment.
Who are you?
I am the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, but you can call me FDIC for short. It's a fancy name for a part of the federal government that makes sure if this bank fails and runs out of money, you won't lose your $100. We make sure that you'll still be able to get your money. Yes, at Blank Bank, we are FDIC insured. So as FDIC said, your money is safe with us.
Great. Then I would like to deposit this $100 and earn my $1 award for saving my money here instead of hiding it at home. How can I get my money out?
You can come by and withdraw money anytime, which means to take it out. I can even give you this debit card so you can take money out from an ATM even if we weren't open. Now we'll go ahead and do scene two. This time the customer coming in wants to borrow money instead of deposit it. Good morning and welcome to Blank Bank. How can I help you?
Good morning. I would like to borrow $100 to pay for a blank. I can pay you back a little bit at a time over 4 years.
You are a responsible student, so we would love to let you borrow $100. You can pay $25 each year for 4 years. But in return for borrowing the money, you will need to pay us an extra $2 a year.
I can do that.
1 whole year passes. Both customers return to the bank, and let's see what happens. Thank you for continuing to bank with us. Here's $101.
Thank you for borrowing from us. Please pay us $27.
Yay! I know, that was fabulous. So now you should take a minute. To answer the questions on your worksheet. What's a deposit? What does it mean to withdraw money? And how do you know your money's safe in the bank? The other things to think about is when you save money into a bank account, do you earn interest or pay interest? When you borrow money from the bank, do you earn or pay money that we call interest in addition to the money you borrowed? And then take a second to answer the question, why do you think the bank charges more for borrowing than they pay for savings? Pause the video now and answer those questions on your worksheet. Welcome back. So you're right. To review, when you put your money in the bank, banks protect your money and you earn interest. So you deposit the money. Your money is safe there. And when the bank pays you, it pays you interest for keeping money there. You can withdraw your money whenever you might want. Banks make money for themselves by taking your money and loaning it to other people. The borrower repays the loan plus interest, which earns the bank money. Remember in our scenario, the bank was getting $2 every year from the borrower, but paying just $1 every year to the person they had deposited money and giving them that $1 in interest. Let's watch a quick video on interest to keep an eye on exactly what it means.
Today we're going to talk all about interest. Interest is a reward you earn for saving your money, or a charge you pay for borrowing money. Your interest rate is the percent of each dollar that you earn for saving. A percent is a part of a whole, like a fraction or decimal, and uses this symbol. An interest rate set at 1% is equal to 1/100th, expressed as a decimal or fraction. Each one of these amounts are equal. Your interest rate affects how much interest you earn. So if Joe had $100 and wants to earn the most interest, should he choose an account with a 1, 2, or 3% interest rate? Let's calculate together. If Joe has an interest rate of 1%, that's the same as 1/100th. So his $100 times 1/100th means that Joe will earn $1 of interest. What about if Joe earned 2% interest or 3% interest? How many dollars of interest would he earn for each of those? Now you try. Which account would earn the most interest? An account with a 2% interest rate, 6% interest rate, or 4% interest rate? That's right, 6%. Higher the interest rate, the more interest you earn. The amount of money that you save also affects how much interest you earn. So would Joe earn the most interest in an account where he saves $1,000, $100, or $10? Let's say that Joe is saving $10 at a 1% interest rate. That would earn him $10 times 1/100th, which would mean 10 cents of interest. What about if Joe saves $100 or even $1,000? How much interest would he earn on each of those accounts at an interest rate of 1%? Now you try. Which savings amount will earn Joe the most interest? A savings account with $3,000, $40, or $700? Right again, an account with $3,000. The more you save, the more interest you earn. When you save more money or get a higher interest rate, you earn more money in interest. Pretty interesting, right?
Now that you've learned a little bit about interest, go ahead and check out the handout titled Interest from Bank on It. Remember that interest is a reward that you earn for saving your money with a bank, or money that you spend for borrowing money from a bank. There's a few problems you should be able to calculate using your multiplication skills on interest rates. And don't forget at the bottom to remember the relationship between interest and the money you'll earn or the interest you earn. Go ahead and pause the video and come back as soon as you finish the handout titled Interest. Now that you've learned about interest and the importance of banks, what's the difference between saving money in a piggy bank or an actual bank? Also think about how banks make their money. What keeps them in business if they're borrowing and lending and taking in money all of the time? You're always welcome to go back through this video presentation to look for these answers. If you'd like more information, check out FitMoney.org.